Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Romhacking guide, in which we translate Tokyo Senki Eiyuu Retsuden on the original Game Boy. Last episode we used the seek and destroy method to find a text box and to modify it to see a bit how it works. Sadly, we also found out that we don't have a Western alphabet. So I'm back here in Hexmaniac Advance, and what we will do this episode is exactly that. We create a Western alphabet. To do that, we go back to the thing we found last episode. We found something that when we destroy it, makes all the characters to black blocks. We go again to that address and we try to understand a bit more. So I destroy just a little bit and we see what happens. Go in the game. Okay, here's the game. And you see the numbers 1, 2, and 3 are just black blocks and 4 and 5 are fine. We destroyed these two lines here. If we take it back, we can see some similarities. So I always start with a 0, 0, and then there's 7 numbers. I have letters of 8. You can see it here in the corner also. Since we destroyed these two lines, we destroyed 4 things. So the first one, as we also found out last week, will be the 0, 0. And that one here should be the number 1. So if we destroy that one and then test it, now only the number 1 should be destroyed. And correct. The number 1 is now a black block and the rest is still fine. Okay, so we found the number 1. Let's just destroy a little part of it and see what happens then. So now, okay, just the half of the number 1 is black blocks. So these 8 bytes here representing the number 1. But how does it work? We go to Excel and we look at it. I make an 8x8 grid because the graphics for the characters are all 8x8 pixels. Here on the side, I put the numbers from up to down that we have here. So 0, 0, 1, 8, 3, 8, 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, 8, and 7E. That are the bytes that we have also here. Okay. So how comes that these numbers make the picture? For that, we go again to our hexa to binary converter here. And we put in the first thing we see, 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0 is just zeros. So we put it in. Then we look at 1, 8. 1, 8 hexa means in binary 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Let's look at the 38. 38. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So what we do right now is we take the hexadecimal digits that take the byte and we make them again to binary. And we just look at it. So now we have 0, 0, 1, 8, 3, 8, and then comes a few times 1, 8 in a row, and then the 7E. 7E, okay. So maybe you can see it already, but I will make it a bit clearer with making here a bit filling. And now we see how it works. The hexadecimal digits that represents the binary numbers we see here tells the game where to put a black pixel or a white pixel. Every 0 is a white pixel and every 1 is a black pixel. So if we just make that numbers here, we can see the 1, and that is exactly the same one from the style that we also see in game. It is exactly that one. Perfect. So we understand how to make the graphics for the characters. What we need to do now is make our alphabet. For that, I prepared an alphabet. I just Googled 8x8 font because we have 8 pixels times 8 pixels per letter. What we have here now is a letter, and that letter we want to get in the game. And for that, I like to transfer it to the Excel sheet. And here we need to think about what hexadecimal digits are representing that A. So the first row is just white pixels. So we take a 0, 0. The second row is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. That we can put in here. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. So 18, we should have known from last time. And now we continue that. And we see what hexa digits are representing what we want to see here. 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. You see, that is exactly that. 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. So that's a 66. And another one. Then we have here, like this, a 7E. And another 66 and 66. Okay. So now we have that hexadecimal digits that represents the letter A. Now we go back to our game and we just put them in. So let's write them all in one line to make it easier for ourselves. 0, 0, 18, 3C, 66, 66, 7E, 66, 66. Let's just paste it over the 1. And let's see. We press play. Oh, and we see our A has a little problem here. It is going in the right direction, but there's one mistake. So let's see where we made it. We go back here and we see, I wrote 8E instead of 7E. So now we take 7E here, test it again, start the game again, and a perfect A. So now we replace the 1 with the A. Perfect. Well, actually not completely perfect, because we would like to keep the 1. So we think about, this will be the 0, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this one will be now the first Japanese character that will not tell me anything. So that I replace now with my letter A. So now what we know is that we have the letter A. And to get the letter A in a text box, it will be 00, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 08. So with 08, we will now write an A. So we write that down. The big A is 08. What I like to do then is make even more letters. I did them all. The small a, the B, the C, and so on. Like this, you can do all the letters. So now we can replace our letters and we know the number 0A gives us our letter. To test it, we can go back to that text box we found last time. And 16, we don't need, we put a 0A. That was the text box from the first scenario, if I remember correctly. And we see the A is here. The same process now we do for all the letters. So the small a would be at 0B. And it would look like this. So we take this hexa and replace the next thing. And then we can test here again. To the text box we already found, we put on 0B. And then we have here A and a little a, and even another one. So that's perfect. What we have to do now is make all the letters, see with the online converter how that binary here, that ones and zeros, one for the black pixel and zeros for the white pixels, are in hexadecimal. And then you will have all the letters. Then you can make your whole alphabet just like this. I always do a big and a small version because I like to make a difference between them. If you just want cap locks, you don't need to make the small versions, but I think it's better to have both. So that we do, and it's a lot of work, but if you've done that, then you have your Western alphabet, and then next episode I show you how to find the text boxes to replace the Japanese characters with your newly created Western alphabet. So until then, have fun.